Okay, so thank you all for coming on to discuss. This is the third, I believe, Zoom session between my KLYSTAR partner, Andrea, and myself, and the potential developers of the KLYSTAR The Game, headed by Shrikant, and his partner on this call is Sujet. I think Sanjay is going to be joining us soon. So as you know, the first two, we had an overview and then an amazing presentation from the developers group on how they propose on developing KLYSTAR The Game. And I have to say, it was Andrea and I concur. It was absolutely brilliant. It went, like I said, we were outstanding. The amount of thought that was put into it, and like I said to you, it was just, like I said, just outstanding. And we couldn't have asked for a better conceptualization of the gaming platform. I'm actually going to go into that later. As you know, I'm also talking to a Catherine whose husband worked on the late Marvel comic book Quasar was made, but he also was the main writer for Captain America. So I'm actually going to talk to her next Wednesday about inclusion of his work into that thing. But like I said, that is to be continued. But the reason why I got this is I sent Shrikant last week MOU, which outlined our potential partnership, and specifically in Appendix A and B, I outlined the royalty plans and also the production schedule. The production schedule, actually, I just took that, Shrikant, from your team, from the first meeting you gave us that. So I broke that down and I just used that as the production schedule. The royalty plan, I had an in-depth conversation with Andrea. So we decided that what we offered, we believe is a fair deal. It not just includes KLYSTAR The Game, but obviously we feel if you're going to be part of this KLYSTAR family, we'd like to offer you a tangible percentage on the royalty of KLYSTAR the movie and all KLYSTAR merchandise as well, because obviously the game's going to promote it worldwide and they're going to generate interest and obviously promote the selling of KLYSTAR merchandising. So Shrikant, do you want me to pull up the NOU and share on the platform to see it?
Oh, yes, please. That would be
Okay,
great.
so all right, so I'm going to share, so you bear with me, the actual MOU. All right, can you all see the MOU in front of you?
Yes, Leon.
Okay, all right. So since Andrea and I wrote this MOU, we know what it is. So Shrikant, why don't you take us over this MOU? Tell us what you like and what you don't like, and we can discuss further the need for this. So I'll hand it over to you, Shrikant. So over to you and your team. Thank you.
Sure, thanks, Leon. So I would really appreciate and thank you for sharing this MOU and providing the clarity on proposed royalty plans and a production schedule. And I truly appreciate it. It's very excited for me. So, and my efforts and your efforts towards the vision of KLYSTAR. And I'm really, like, me and my team, very honored to be part of this exciting journey. So we reviewed the document and thoroughly, and I shared with my team, and they also given their inputs. And so all together, completely, we had some kind of internal review, and we wanted to take this opportunity for sure. But definitely, so there are some couple of challenges, especially. So, and I wanted to address these challenges upfront to you, so that you can give us a suggestion, you can give us some kind of further movements. How can we go ahead and kind of things. So out of this MOU, everything we liked it so far, like under the revenue sharing part and other aspects of agreements and that transactional funds issues. Everything is very excited thing, literally, I could say. So we feel it like as a with life settlement projects, and for us, and I haven't taken as a project. It is like a venture for me. It is like a I can consider this as my everything rest of the life. So that's where we had a discussion, and we had a clearly articulated what kind of capabilities we have, what can be delivered to the company, what kind of collaboration we could happen in the future. So all together we come up with a decision making of going with the MOU and going with the KLYSTAR and just being a part of this company. This project especially. So I'll come to the point, Liang, to be honest, straightforward. So see that revenue wise, that net revenue wise, and profit sharing wise, we are pretty much happy and pretty much excited towards this number and all. And I'm assuming that so we wanted to take this in a phases wise. Let me share my screen. I'll show you before proceeding this MOA discussion. Is that okay?
All right. So yeah. So I'll stop sharing, and you want to share something else?
Yes, yes.
All right. Let me stop my sharing, and I'll give you the sharing right to. Okay. So you have sharing right now. Go ahead.
So this is a project. Can you see my schedule?
Yeah, you can see it.
So as per our discussion on a previous thing, and I created a phases wise game production timeline. That phase one, what we working on majorly research and pre-production plant, and as per like month one, what can be delivered from our end, and month two, what can be working on like character and one our building designs, and see, I'm going to share this document with you after this, no problem. And again, like we work on mutual loggings, logics, and behavior system, and as well some kind of design, what kind of mode boards, environment sketches, and zones per level. So I had given that phases wise and monthly wise complete production schedule here. So if you can see that month three, so month three may majorly focus on puzzle design and visual direction. And the second phase two, we focus on more core build and development gaming application as we discussed in the MOU. So accordingly, we can make it. So we kept this for more than month 4 to month 10. So in this month 4, we focused on first chapter development and onboarding, and on month 50, we focus on chapter 2 development. And in this, like, we can add some kind of environment characters and implement branding, puzzle logic, and advanced interactions and basic audio cues. And in month 6, we have a set of scroll and animation systems and polishes. And in here, we have a couple of things like, and we implement scroll-based hero transaction with our companies and other environment transactions. So, I mean to say here, I had given month-wise scheduling plan, and on which month and which phase, what kind of services, what kind of output could deliver from Gamaya's end, and what can be done in the all the ways. So these are the three parameters and three phases, and month wise I had given the proper split and everything. So after that, like what I consider in the phase 4, I was more focusing on final testing and deployment. Once you're ready with your view and our feedback and feedback from your network and our network, so altogether we create a pre-launch finalization internally, and that month 14 that could help us in all the ways, and month 15 for soft launch and final QA. Okay. And so this is a complete summary timeline chart. So 1 to 3 months we merge this. We'll work on these 3 milestones: story, characters, and puzzles, and GDD. And month 4 to month 10, full chapter development. And month 11 to month 13, we work on game polish and sound and QA. And month 15, we can close entire things. So this is for complete. The chapter 1, it's complete for 1 year.
That looks
so
very,
any
very
questions?
comprehensive. That's what I like about you. You guys go in so much professional detail, and that's I say I've been in obviously working corporate life for 30 odd years, and you guys are, like I said to you, top-notch project managers. So you taught my language when it comes to all this scheduling production. So you're very detail oriented, which is what I love. So thank you.
Pleasure. So Liang, like so now, to be honest, we all set to go to start our development and hire the team and build the infrastructure and build a collaboration with the third-party integrations and third-party companies where we require kind of any kind of third-party integration. So we all been ready. We are setting up everything on our side. So this MOU would be really, to be honest, it's very excited for us, and we really appreciate, and you considering us as your partner, and you're helping us with a kind of a big project, and you're trusting us and giving us on our shoulder. So we wanted to get succeed at any cost. So to be honest, like what we would requesting from our end, like after being everything, so if you could help us an initial funding for developing that phase chapter 1, and on that going forward, that amount can be used for complete development cost. Only we will charge only the development cost, the making cost of this project.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to be upfront and professional and business-like. Okay, so I'm in discussion, as you know, with KLYSTAR the movie as well. Okay,
Yes.
I don't know whether you know the movie development, etc., but I'm
Yeah.
in negotiation where they pay me, and we're talking about $500,000. We're in a good discussion for the rights
Yeah.
to make the movie. Okay, so they pay me and Andrea, not the other way around. We
Yeah.
don't pay them to make the film. They pay us to buy the option. That's how the movie option works. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so that is how now you know I'm not, but you can just Google it. You know, I mean that's how the things work. Just like book publishing, you know, you can either self-publish your book or you can get production, a real production house, and they, when you move forward, they will actually pay the author for the rights to publish the book. Again, if you're self-publishing, that's a different matter. Okay, you pay for the printing, or you go into Amazon and buy it. So I have no intention of, as I mentioned to you, if we're going to pay any money, then you're a gun for hire. It's one or the other. I'm not going to go down both ways where we're paying you and we're giving you royalty. Okay. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. It just
Exactly.
doesn't work
Exactly.
that way. It's just
Yeah.
like the movie, right? If someone wants to make our movie, they'll pay to pay us for the rights of optioning it, whether that's 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. The longer the period, the option, the more they have to pay me for the rights of it. Okay. Now
Yep.
that's saying, I'll be truthful because you know I think we go beyond business now. I wasn't expecting much from you guys, to be honest with you. I went in there with low expectation. I'm just being honest. I'm very, very, I want us to be honest with each other. I think that's the only way it's going to succeed. Okay. So I wasn't, but what you delivered is outstanding. Like I said to you, and I'm not just saying that. You see me, I'm very blunt, very honest. If you deliver, as my wife would tell, I told my wife, if you deliver shit, I would tell you this is shit and I'm not accepting it. Right. And you're going to know that when we work together. That's going to help both of us. All right. It's not going to help us if we both deliver crap to each other. Okay. So that is the reason why, based on what you delivered so far, yes, only document wise. So like I said to you, I don't really care what you've done in the past. I only care about your hunger and what you're capable of doing moving forward, right? So, and what you produce, what you conceptualize is you put a lot of thought into this, okay? So this is what I am going to propose, okay? Is I'm not going to have you have all the cake and eat it. So I'm not going to pay you and give you royalty. So it's one or the other. But this is the option, okay? If we sign the MOU as it, because there's going to be a lot more development work to kick off with. We sign the MOU as is. It'll give us a groundwork. So I've said the MOU is, technically speaking, is called a memorandum of understanding. It's not an actual agreement. It's not an actual
Yes.
contract. All right.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
you see in the writer, it says we're not going into partnership. We're not doing anything. So at the end of the day, it is really not worth the paper it's written on. But it gives us some guideline. It gives us some comfort to know that we are understanding what each of us are providing. Okay. So it is not a force. So in a way, it's good in the sense that it doesn't lock either of us into any, legal contract. So you're not going to necessarily take this to a law firm. So your chances are you're not going to do. But it gives a comfort zone. But it gives a comfort zone to start our work, our effort, our launch. So one of the things that will benefit us both is with that MOU, we can then publicly acknowledge that we are both teaming up to make KLYSTAR the game. Now, why is that an advantage? That's an advantage in the sense that both of us, you and our collective, can then go and take this to potential investors. All right, money
Yes.
people that have a lot of money that they potentially say, "Wow, this is a fantastic! You are delivering God. You are delivering new science. I want part of this multi-billion-dollar business, right?" So then the potential is for us. So for you and my group, our collective, and your group to go to potential backers and say, "Listen, do you want a slice of this cake? We are going to be developing the future multi-billion-dollar entity. This is a program that we are pushing. if you want to buy a slice of the cake now, then we'll sell you either, like I said, a share of the royalty plan as well, or share of the entity. Okay. And then that way we can get someone else to fork out the money for the share of the cash. Okay. But the reality is, I am not going to fork out my own money and then offer you a royalty. Okay. It's either one or the other. It's either I put you this, I'm giving you the royalty. And originally, like I said to you, I was going to say, well, you're going to have to pay for the licensing right? But I'm saying, no, this is the way you go, just like for the movie. But this option says that we work as a partnership. And with this partnership, we can then publicly go forth and then say, listen, we are now in a partnership. We're going to be developing KLYSTAR Game. Yeah, it's going to take 12, 18 months to develop, but we're going to develop this multi-billion-dollar business enterprise. And these are my partners. So you can go to your partner and say, this is the great Dr. Leong Ying. I don't want to sound too arrogant. I'm just hyperboling saying, this is the great Dr. Leong Ying, and this is his wife, award-winning firm, recognized, blah, 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 etc. And I can go to my investors and say, yeah, these are my super, look at what they developed. Look at the program they developed, this game. Do you want a slice of this cake? Because when this becomes a multi-billion-dollar business, we no longer need your money, right? You want to see me, you need to buy a ticket and you need to queue up outside the movie theater, right?
Yes.
I don't care if you come in your limo car. I'm already a billionaire. I don't need your money anymore. Okay. All right. I don't need your money. But if you want to support KLYSTAR, the mission to God, and buy a slice of this cake, right? So the story, it goes like Google. So you know Google, right? I'm sure you know Google, right? So they had an artist to paint the first office. So originally they gave the artist shares in the company because they said, you know, we're not going to give you money. So the first artist who painted the office is now a billionaire because the shares are worth billions. Okay. So
Yeah.
they were willing to look at it and say, okay, well, you're going to start a company. Yeah, there's a risk they're not going to succeed. Absolutely. But they say, okay, well, let me paint your company and I'll take, a chunk of the share. And that painter that painted the first Google office is now a billionaire because he works that, right? So that is the what we're offering. Okay. So that is what I'm proposing. Okay. Is that if you want to be paid, then I need you to write me a proposal. All right. A gun for hire and say, this is what you need to be paid. And this is what, and then I'm going to say, fine, I'm going to raise that cash to pay you, but you're not going to be entitled to anything. Okay. I already made that clear. But if you're going royalty right, so this royalty right, which I'm giving you, okay, we're going to have to go into partnership together. Okay. And once we go into partnership together, then we can then go together and go to our investors, our potential partners, and say, do you want to buy a slice of this cake? Okay. This would then at least gives us money to raise capital, which will fund the seed fund for, for the development. Okay. How much that we will raise, maybe 100,000, maybe 500,000, maybe 10 million. Who knows? Okay. Depends how much we want to raise on the capital front. But at least if we go forward with this MOU, we can then at least publicly announce it that we are developing the KLYSTAR the game. And then we're not lying. We have technically a sort of agreement, an MOU in place saying that that is what we are developing. Okay. But it's not such a legal binding contract that we will be sued our ass if we break the MOU. Okay. So that is my my offer. Is that you sign the MOU, we start the development work, and then for our front, for me and Andrea, we will make the publicity. We will publicize to the world that, KLYSTAR is now partner with whatever entity that you want. So you want to call it Gamma Cyst, or you want to use some other entity, that we're partnered with you to develop KLYSTAR the game. We will then develop a business plan, a full deck presentation, which then we can take to investors, to producers that were willing to put money to buy a share of KLYSTAR the game. Okay, we can even, in principle, start a crowdfunding. You know crowdfunding, right? So we could start a crowdfunding, say, listen, we are going to work on a multi-billion-dollar thing, which is going to promote God, combine religion and spirituality, science and spirituality. It's going to be a thing. So those are various options for us to raise the seed fund together. So either through crowdfunding or through our own investor partnership program. Okay. But by having this partnership, it at least gives us something beyond just a concept. If I was to go to my investor and say, oh, I just have a concept, it's less tangible. But if I said, listen, we have a team now. There's a team working on KLYSTAR The Game. Do you want to be part of this? So part of that is we signed the MOU is I need the full profile of your team. So I will create a business plan along with you, a deck, a professional deck, which we can create and we can take to financiers, partners that will fork out the money to buy a slice of what we are putting together. Okay, so that is what I am suggesting going forward, is that you sign the MOU, we create a professional deck. Actually, my wife is creating the professional deck, and then we go and raise the fund to actually make this thing happen. You know, most of the fund will go to you in developing the game, but there'll be funds that will go to, because we own the copyright, they'll go to us to also produce the marketing as well. So we'll go and get higher and higher marketing so we can get more and more investors. Okay? All right? So that is my thoughts and my offer. Srikant, what's your thought? And do you want to talk your partners as well?
Yes, of course, Liang. So this is like it's a thinkable thoughts that is like really appreciable. I mean, anyways, you're going to support in all the ways. That's really appreciated, and we're happy for that also. So allow some time. So let me think with my partners, and we can come up with like what can be done going forward. So again, like as you said, that this kind of collaboration can really help us a lot to explore and expand in global market. So
exactly, and obviously we're giving you the recognition because I mean our collective is a global alliance, so we're giving you the collective that you are our chosen partner to develop this goal. And you know me, I'm a publicity whore. I publicize it. So everybody's going to give you your team a globalized platform that you're working on this big multi-billion-dollar project on behalf of our collective and our KLYSTAR. So like I said, normally we'll charge money for that publicity, but I said we're a partner on this. We have to give each other, aid, a help to develop our relationship. Okay, so I'm going to send you this recording. So think on that. Okay, so that is my offer. Okay, if you want to be paid, then you need to write us a proposal. How much money? No royalty, just money to develop this game. Okay. If you want royalty, you want to be partner of KLYSTAR, then you have to accept the terms that I'm offering. Okay. In terms of raising money, but then when we sign the MOU and agreement, then we can publicize it globally. Then we can develop the necessary deck, the necessary business plan, just like I'm doing with the educational platform now with Istanbul and USA. Create the deck that we can go to partners and get the money to actually seed for the development and for the marketing. Okay, so I'll send you the talk through this with your partner and discuss it and see which approach you want. Okay, that's up to you and your team. Okay, all right. Thank you, Srikant. Thank you, Sujit. I'll let Andrea have a word as well, since she hasn't said. Andrea, that way, like I said, we're partners, so we are concerned. Andrea, anything you want to add?
No, I have nothing to add. Everything you guys discussed is on point. So.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right, Srikant. Anything else? Any comment from you and your thing? No? Then I'll send you this recording. All right. Thank you. Much love and peace to you, and my KLYSTAR blessing to you all. All right. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.